Hey guys, what's up? All right, let's get out of the winter wonderland and let's get into some real business here. Hold on, hope this shows up on the recording. There we go. Yeah, guys, you are seeing a more intimate version of That's Doable. All right, okay. I recorded this video, not this video, but I recorded a video trying to show off the Meta Quest 3 yesterday. I ended up recording 30 minutes of footage, and guess what? For some reason, in order to get my microphone to pick up, I have to manually go into the camera and hit record video, and then I have to manually turn on the microphone there. For some reason, the little quick thing up there where it says, well, right now it says stop recording, but there where it says something about recording, start recording, if I use the quick menu to start recording, it will not pick up my microphone. So it was 30 minutes of silence and 30 minutes of, this and that and everything. So I kind of want to make this a little quicker because I don't like repeating myself. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't either. But anyway, I have had the Quest 3 since release day. I got it, I believe it was October 10th. I went out to three different places in total. I eventually got it, but I went to Best Buy in a big city up the road from me, and they didn't even have a display for the Quest 3. So people probably didn't even know it was coming, or surely if they got a Quest 2, they would have, but there was no Quest 3s there. There was no display showing off the Quest 3. In fact, the display for the Quest 2 was actually torn apart and stuff was just laying out. So this Best Buy that I went to, I guess they really didn't care. I went to a Walmart, there was two in this city, and the Walmart I went to did not have the Quest 3 or the Quest 2 or any sort of Quest display up at all. And then finally, I went to another Walmart and I was like, okay, if I can't find it here, I'm either not getting it or I guess I'm going to have to buy it through Amazon later, because I wanted to have it day one. And the original plan was for me to record my initial reactions. And anyway, that did not end up happening, but I did get it from one of the Walmarts. They actually had it. They had a display and everything, but none of them had a demo unit. The reason why I say I'm glad I didn't make that initial video was because of one thing. I guess it's one thing, but before I even went and bought the Quest 3, I had watched several videos of various content creators, VR YouTubers, that were touting the pass-through as amazing, spectacular, best thing ever, damn near crystal clear. It was so beautiful and amazing that you could easily read text from your phone, you could easily read this and that, and it was just the best pass-through ever. And that was the main thing I was going for. I wanted a bigger field of view. I wanted the mixed reality experience with great pass-through. Now, granted, a month later, the pass-through is good. It's good enough. It definitely gets the job done. But when I first got this headset, guys, I was pissed. And I think a lot of other people were pissed. We were like, what the hell is going on? This thing looks grainy, blurry. It looks terrible. There's stuff warping everywhere. This is a ripoff. This is not what was advertised. And it kind of wasn't, because Meta, for those who don't know, was having various VR influencers, YouTubers who were invited to their demo or showcase of the Quest 3 or whatever. They were having them sign a paper not to disparage people from buying the headset, which was very, very suspicious to begin with. And lo and behold, not a lot of people had really any criticisms of the headset, which made the thing look like it was going to be the greatest headset that was ever released, which it kind of is, but people's expectations were way unrealistic. For example, or one for an example of a YouTuber, I don't want to say they were coerced, but one of them said that they noticed no difference in field of view, and for some reason, a few days later, claimed that it was their fault and they weren't correct, and they apologized, which is odd. But anyway, if I would have made a video on the first day that I had this thing, I probably would have went on a huge rant. But I'm glad I waited a month to, let everything soak in. I played with some mixed reality apps. I've played with, PC VR, standalone, everything, and I can give you kind of a good rundown on what I think of the headset. And one of the things that I find fascinating more than anything, you guys are pretty much seeing everything that I'm seeing. And it's not like a GoPro where it's on your head and, you are pretty much seeing things through my own eyes, what I'm looking at and everything. And I'm looking at those dumbbells right now, and it's freaking, it's amazing. And the Quest 2, I always wondered why it didn't let you record pass through at all. I haven't tried it. I was like, well, maybe they updated it because they let you record pass through in the Quest 3. Maybe they're going to let you do it in the Quest 2, but I haven't tested it out. But I always wondered why you couldn't record pass through in the Quest 2, because, it's there. It was still kind of neat. Nothing really meshed well, because you had, colorful avatars and games and stuff like that with a black and white background. I just don't think it would have worked. It was the bare minimum for you to be able to get up, maybe move around, find what you need, and everything work out all right. But I guess I could start on the pass through, because that is the main thing about this headset. I didn't buy it for the upgraded graphics and blah blah blah, because I mainly do PC VR anyway, which I will get to, the lenses and stuff later. But I bought this because I wanted to experience a mixed reality, because I understand how this technology can be used in the future. I do believe that in the future, stuff like this will be used everywhere: factories, businesses, restaurants, driving on the road. I mean, I can see once it gets small enough, once it gets compact enough, I see tons of uses for this. Like a vast amount of uses for this. Some good, some bad. I've seen some of the bad ones on the internet, and there is going to be a lot of uses for this in the future. So when I first got this, it's grainy. Now, what you guys are seeing is kind of misleading, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers and people who uploaded videos online of the pass-through gave off the wrong impression, because the videos that you see, like when this video goes up, it'll probably look great. The videos you see of people in pass-through look really clear. Like, you would be like, wow, I can't believe it looks this great. I'm going to go buy a headset. It's going to look just like this. You put it on, you're like, what the hell's going on? I don't think people realize that you are looking at a very high detailed image, very close up with your eyes, and it's just different. I believe that's what's going on. So the recorded video looks great on computers, but you are, centimeters away from these lenses, centimeters away from the LCD, I believe it's LCD panels that are being displayed. So it is not crystal clear when you're actually looking through the headset with your own eyes. The video looks fantastic. It is nowhere near an accurate representation of what pass-through looks like. If you go by that, you're going to be misled. If you're going by that, don't buy the headset, do some research. And I've thought about ways that I could simulate stuff so you could understand what it looks like in here. But the best way I can describe the image that I'm looking at would be if you were looking at like a 480p video that is constantly, being displayed. It's like you're looking at a low resolution cell phone. Like if you held your cell phone right here and, looked at it in 480p or whatever in low light conditions. I guess that would be kind of what it looks like. I don't even know if that accurately represents what it everything actually looks like. Being able to look at stuff on your phone is doable, and I've done it. I did a whole demonstration yesterday of the thing, but my phone is dead right now. But what I found out, and a lot of people were pissed because they were told, "Hey, you can see, you can read your phone, you can read text, you can do this, you can do that on your phone," and people were getting it and be like, "No, I can't. The screen is blown up, the screen is blurry." Just people were pissed. What I found out, and this was relatively recently, is that because I was like, the first day I got it, I was like, okay, I can kind of read text on my phone. And then the next day I couldn't. And then the next day I could. And then the next day I couldn't. It was really weird. And I kept wondering, why is that the case? And I started thinking, okay, I had all my lights turned on, which right now you're looking at everything in low light conditions. Let me turn on my light and let's get everything all lit up, because these are just two corner lights. So, two things I noticed. You are essentially looking through a cell phone camera, the same kind of camera that is on your phone, I believe. If I make sudden movements, just like your cell phone camera has to adapt, this has to adapt too. So if I do this, you may notice it for a split second, but I noticed for a split second, things are in lower resolution, or things are blurrier. It's kind of a lower resolution. Things are darker, or it may be brighter. I think yesterday when I was testing things out, I would turn and I'd look at the TV, which right now it's not doing it. It's weird, guys, because one day it's, totally different than the next. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I would look at my TV and it would be blown out, and then it would kind of adjust, and which the rate at which it adjusts to what you're looking at is really fast. It's pretty much instantaneous. Like I can turn and in a split second, that is clear. It's not blurry. So looking at text, what I realized is that if you're looking at your phone camera, or if you're looking at your phone, you're looking at the screen, and you turn it on, if your brightness is too high on your phone, because you're going to have to change stuff. In my opinion, it's much easier to change stuff with your phone versus changing your lighting in your room. So if you look at your phone and the screen is too bright, it'll look blown out. While you may be able to read it outside of the headset, again, you are looking at it through what is pretty much a cell phone camera. So there's a lot of adjusting. There's a lot of adjusting the brightness, the look. I don't know what goes on in cell phone cameras, but that's essentially the same way it works. So you look at your phone. If it's too bright, it'll be completely blown out, even though it doesn't look that way to your own eyes. And then if it's too dark, of course, the same way as it works with your own eyes, it'll be too dark. But if you have the lighting perfect on your phone, like it's matching the lighting in your room, maybe a little bit dimmer, maybe a little bit brighter, whichever one, you may need to tinker around with it, you can read text pretty clearly. It's actually pretty cool once it works, but you have to find that perfect balance of lighting. Another thing with the clarity of what you're looking at and pass through. So as of right now, I'm looking at my TV screen, and the text underneath the icons that I'm looking at, I can't make out. It's blurry. It's almost like if you were to blur someone's face out, censor something, that's what it's looking like to me. It's almost like it's censoring the text on the screen. Now, let me pull this up here. I can make out icons. I can make out the mouse. Let me go to YouTube. Let's go to my YouTube channel, because this is what I used yesterday. There's my YouTube channel. It actually looks better than it did yesterday, which again, it's a testament to how stuff looks. Like some days it looks good, some days it doesn't. I think it matters. I may not have had this ceiling fan light on yesterday when I was looking at it, but I can actually make stuff out now. I can't explain it. Maybe one day, Meta will figure stuff out. Maybe they'll give us a guide on how we can get the best visual quality. But so I can read That's Doable VR, which I'm about 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet away from my TV screen. I can read That's Doable VR perfectly clear. I can read where I was doing some AI stuff in the search box. I can read that perfectly fine. And I can kind of make out my YouTube channel at whatever. I can kind of make that out. I can make out the subscriber, how many subscribers and videos I have, which yesterday I could not do. Again, that's strange. I can read the description. So today I'm actually able to kind of read stuff relatively good on the screen. Yesterday it was different. No clue why that is. But like I said, on the main desktop, which you saw earlier, that screen, that stuff was a little bit too small. Maybe it has to do with the colors. Maybe it's white on white text on a bright background. That is also affecting that. I can also kind of read the channel names over there. So for me being 5 feet away, that is actually really impressive. More impressive than it was yesterday, surprisingly. And to continue on the pass through, I'm trying to think of other things I may have missed yesterday or what else I need to elaborate on. But again, get your lighting set up perfect. Get your lighting set up perfect for what you need to do, and things actually look a lot better. So, what else is there? The hand tracking in pass through is almost too good. I say that because, excuse me, let me move my Subway bag over. But there's been plenty of times where I'm trying to do something and it accidentally clicks. I could just, ball my hand up and it wants to click on everything in sight. And it causes a lot of issues. I don't know what the remedy for that could be. Again, I hope Meta actually takes what people says into consideration, because I've seen that same complaint as well. And like my little fireplace right here, I don't know if you guys notice this, but if I look up or look at a certain angle, which is not doing it now, it was doing it, but it would disappear and then the brightness would come back up. I don't know. Maybe it'll show that in the video. Probably not, because like I said, the videos are crystal clear for some reason, but it doesn't accurately represent what you're seeing. But I think it's awesome that you got that the recordings are like you're seeing what I'm seeing through my own eyes, and like I could use this almost as a GoPro. If it was small enough, I would be able to like live stream, like go outside and live stream. But I mean, it's very cool, very cool. And when the time comes and things get smaller, there's no telling what we're going to be doing in the future. Now let's get into some other really cool things. Let me go ahead and just bring up my menu. I was looking at, the video I took yesterday that got no audio. Got all kinds of stuff where I was recording, videos elsewhere. I got one here. Let's see if it'll play while I'm recording. Oh yeah, watching YouTube. Which another thing I noticed is that when I'm recording, it doesn't catch the bottom, like I guess the bottom half for some reason, and I don't see a setting where I can have it do that. It catches too much of the top, and I think it crops off a lot of what you're looking at. So like right now, here's my hand about at the bottom of what I can see. I don't know if you guys can see that, and then here's the middle, and here's about the top where I can see, and here's the sides. So maybe that'll show up in the video, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll surprise myself and maybe it is getting everything for some reason. But this has been crazy, okay? Like, again, I got this mainly for the mixed reality stuff. And this has been just crazy to experience. I have been on YouTube walking around, doing dishes while YouTube's like off to the side. I can't have it in front of me because then it blocks everything. But I've been doing dishes, watching YouTube, folding clothes, going to the bathroom, taking this with me, doing stuff, everywhere. If like I believe I can probably get this tethered to my phone, I would literally be able to just never take this off. Uh, well, depending on the situation, as long as I didn't need to read, fine, text. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, I'm in various situations where I would never even need to take this off. Like, besides to shower, I can eat with the thing on. I can cook with the thing on. I can use the bathroom with the thing on. I can do all kinds of stuff with this on. And I could be outside working on my vehicle and I could be looking up, let's see, where's the browser? There you are. Like, here's YouTube. I could have like details about the car I'm working on right here as I'm working on it. Like, oh, take the wrench and blah blah, and here I am doing. And again, I would have to do this in the daytime because the lighting and everything. But I could be sitting here working on my car, doing what I needed to do with a tutorial of what I need to do right there in front of my face with both hands. Because I know some people, well, you can do that with your phone. Well, no, you can't have both hands free and also be looking at something at the same time. And the level of interaction, have the level of interaction with a huge screen. Because again, it's almost simulating a TV. Let's extend this out. Boom. I still, the pass through is the main thing. And I keep going on and on about the pass through. I'm just, if you look at this from, like, if you put this on, you start looking around, you're like, what the hell is this? This sucks. You're not thinking of the versatility and the usefulness of something like this. That is how I see it. I could have everything in front of me. I've even tried to, let me see if I even have, I need to switch this. Let me see if I even have, because I tried to get like, okay, well, I think I got rid of everything, but I tried to side load apps like Spotify and stuff from Android onto this, and it got to the point where it would redirect me somewhere and then it would crash. I guess because it was redirecting me. But you can have so much on here that it's insane, and it opens up your mind to the possibilities of what can be done with a mixed reality device, and that is why I kept it, and that's why I enjoy using this thing. The pass through still a month later blows my mind, just thinking of the versatility and how much farther we're going to go in the future. The Apple Vision Pro, if you find something like this worth $3,000, maybe go for it. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. But I've messed around with some stuff. Let's see if I can get it working correctly today. Because yesterday I tried it and things were not in the right orientation. There's something called Figment XR. There it is. If you guys can see it. I haven't really recorded with this like this yet. And it looks like it is still not the right orientation. But let me see. Let me open up one of my scenes. I don't think it's going to be in the right spot. And it's not. See, that's supposed to be over there. That jukebox is supposed to be on my entertainment center. And that can of Coke is supposed to be right here in my cup holder. But anyway, I don't know how to fix that. And I don't think I'm going to be able to go over there and change it. But let's see if I can. Let me try and just open something up here. Let's see. here's the painting that I had over there, but I think it's going to be by itself. Yeah, there we go. Let's move this out of the way. And guys, this was on my wall, and you can't really, stick your head in through my wall, or at least I don't want to disturb the neighbors by, breaking through their wall. But you guys have seen this before, and I hope you have experienced it in some way, shape, or form of bringing something virtual into your room. And I thought this would be very silly. I thought this would be silly. I thought this would be dumb, guys, because this is like realistic while the rest of the environment's grainy. But when I started adding stuff to the wall and getting things where they needed to be in the space that would make sense, it kind of all came together, and it's actually an awesome experience. You can go into this painting and look, I can see my kitchen. I can see, that I can see my broken seat right here, my ripped up chair. And then I go in here, and I am now in this painting. I'm now in this painting. I'm in a different world almost. And then I walk out. Which right now it's kind of glitching out. But yeah, this stuff is cool. Highly recommend Figmin XR. And I may do a whole video just fooling around with this because, like I said, the XR stuff is actually crazy. So let's get into some other stuff that you guys might care about, all right? How about that? Let's test some other stuff out, right? You know what we got to test out. You all know what we got to test out. Again, I just hope it records. Virtual desktop. Let's open up Skyrim VR, the bread and butter, All right, where are you? I bet I know where you are. There you are. Let's open up Skyrim VR. PC VR on the Quest 3 looks okay. The main thing, because I don't want to discourage you guys from not, getting this because of PC VR, but the main thing that benefits having the Quest 3, for one, is Virtual Desktop's new pass-through mode, which is really, really cool. I hope it doesn't lag out too much. And the pancake lenses. The pancake lenses give you edge-to-edge clarity. I can stand here. I can look to the left. It's clear. I can look to the right. Oh, look how clear that is. Up and down, completely clear. So with PC VR, things look great. I don't know if I want to go into an actual game right now because it may crash. It may ruin my video. But I've put... And as of right now, the only negative is that because the lenses are so clear, and I use something called, I think it's foveated rendering. I think there may be something else in front of that. But before on the Quest 2, the foveated rendering, which makes things in the center of the screen highly detailed, and then it loses detail on the outer edges. Hold on, let me quit out of this because it's very loud and it's going to be distracting. Let's go to the Steam home, all right? But because of the edge-to-edge clarity in the Quest 2, I couldn't see where the detail was lost as it got towards the outer edges of its circle, whatever it's called, whatever the technical term is. Now, because of the Quest 3 and its edge-to-edge clarity, I can actually see in some cases where it loses detail on the edges. Oddly enough, though, recently, I don't know if it was an update I did, I don't know if it was another mod that I added, it has not done that. I do not see the lowering of the detail as the on the outer edges of these circles. You guys may know the technical terms. I don't. But PCVR is clearer. It is sharper. If your computer can handle it, you can take this to insane levels of detail. What else is there to talk about? Eye strain. This is something I forgot to mention yesterday, because when I first got, I don't know if it was because of how sharper things look, or maybe it was something to do with the lenses. I've heard some people say about the binocular something, which I haven't noticed. I had severe eye strain when I first got this. In the video you saw, kind of saw a glimpse of, I was sitting on my back porch. I was looking up, watching a YouTube video. And after a while, I don't know if it was because I was sitting outside, or maybe it was the lighting. Maybe it was just stuff wasn't making sense to my eyes and my brain. But I started having the worst headaches that I've had, or eye strain, I think. It kind of turned into a headache because it started in my eyes, and it just kept, I wasn't having a good time after a while, guys. This was about 20 minutes maybe of me sitting outside and just watching YouTube and stuff like that, experiencing everything. And my eyes started killing me. And I've heard some people say that this is the case with them. And ever since, I haven't really messed around that long in mixed reality. I think the last time I got close, I was in Figment XR, and it started to cause me eye strain. So I haven't really done it yet since. And I've heard of some people saying the same thing. What else is there to talk about with the Quest 3? There's now an IPD dial, which makes things a little simpler, which I noticed that for me, it didn't, until I got to the really low numbers for IPD, it really didn't make any sort of difference having that dial. So it's whatever, I guess, for me. The audio sounds great, better than the Quest 2. The microphone apparently sounds way worse than the Quest 2. This is the first video I'm making with my microphone on, so I guess we're going to see how that goes. But from what I have heard, it is not great. For some reason, it is worse than the Quest 2. The Quest 2 had a really, it sounded professional. It sounded like a professional microphone when you saw my videos, because I was using the Quest 2 microphone in my videos. It sounded like a professional microphone. But I think I've heard, or I know I've heard some people in videos use the Quest 3 microphone, and it does not sound all that great, which is going to suck. It means I'm going to have to do post-processing on my voice. But for this video, all of it's going to be recorded just naturally with the Quest 3 microphone with no changes. What else? Image clarity in standalone games that have actually taken advantage of the increased power look great. The controllers feel great with the different types of haptic feedback. It's hard to explain. It's a great feeling in the hands. The haptic feedback, I think, adds to the realism. Great controllers. Well, what else? I'm just taking it in, guys. Taking it in that you guys can see what I'm looking at. And I've seen people out and about, taking their Quest 3 out to do stuff, buying drinks, going to restaurants, driving, which I don't know if that would be a good idea. I might do that in my own time on my own property and see how that goes. But the Quest 3, if you are interested in the mixed reality aspect of, if you're interested in mixed reality in general, I highly recommend getting this. It's a great experience. I have way better feelings about it than when I first got it, because I would have been on here cussing Meta up a storm, saying all kinds of profanity because of how disappointed I was. But if you can, hold back and kind of just take it in, buy it, and then before your return deadline, decide towards the end of that. Don't buy it the first day based on what, influencers and YouTubers have said, and then, go in with way higher expectations than what you need to have. You are probably going to enjoy it. If you have a Quest 2, is it worth getting an upgrade? Again, depends on if you like the mixed reality. If you don't like the mixed reality aspect, keep your Quest 2, enjoy it. If you have the VR, if you have the cover, which get your eyes as close as they can to the lenses to get that maximum field of view, then it's about the same as the Quest 3. I haven't gotten any extra stuff for the Quest 3. I don't even know if I can max out the field of view on this. I think it's the same as far as this, natural, or the interface it came with. I've got it in the lowest setting. I think it's the lowest. Get your eyes as close to the screen as possible, and the IPD adjuster. The bigger it is, the bigger field of view you will get. I have it all maxed out pretty much, and it looks about the same as the Quest 2 if you were to get a facial interface that allows your eyes to get as close as possible to the screen. It looks about the same. In fact, I have a game called Ghosts of Tabor, that shows where my field of view ends, and it shows Quest 2, and it ends at about the same spot as a Quest 2. So there you go. But anyway, there's probably several things. There may be all kinds of things I forgot about this. If you have any questions about it, put it in the comments. And I plan on doing a lot more mixed reality stuff. I mean, there's no telling what I can do with this. There's no telling what I can record and what we can do having mixed reality now. This is pretty much a new frontier for me. I can't wait for the apps and games to start rolling in, especially simulators. Imagine, what you can do with simulators now. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be great. So anyway, guys, this is That's Doable in VR, in XR, in mixed reality. And let's see how this goes. This is going to be the first video recorded on the Quest 3, completely on the Quest 3, without even stopping recording this. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see if this thing is as good as they say it is. As good as I say it is. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much. We hit over 100 subscribers. That happened while I was, not making videos for the holidays and when I was busy. Thank you so much, all 100 subscribers. Thank you so much, all you guys. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get it up to 1,000, or let's see if we can get it up, guys. So anyway, I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have the Quest 3? What do you guys think of it? And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.